All right, so today I just wanna talk about my narcissistic parents number two. I was so emotional when I make this video in the first one, so I just crying and I kind of little I couple sip of my some drink too because sometimes I just describe my parents and talk about my youth and my childhood, kind of really traumatized and painful. I mean, I really appreciated I learned Korean and English, and my parents gave to me a lot of opportunity and moving USA from the Korea, and yeah, I travel in a bunch of different country with my parents. That is really awesome too. I mean, I born in 80s. So a lot of my friends when they was young, they don't have a chance to take some flight and going to a different country. That is very rare case and very unique case, and super lucky. But mentally, my parents is kind of abuse me and not really encourages people at all. Even I just not great, and if my test score is low, and they kind of call all kinds of terrible names. So sometimes my kids got the not a great the 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 scores or something not a good result, and when they do even sports or school report and whatever, I kind of like I have to. I mean, I sometimes I forgot about my parents just insert me, and I just think about before I talk and oh my gosh, what an idiot, and kind of rude comment first. So right now I didn't say that to my children. So sometimes it makes me chill when I'm thinking, oh my god, what's the difference with my parent? You accuse your dad and the mom, and they say something to me. You think about your children. You have to stop and the better parenting for them. You are not your parents. You are who you are. You have to be a good mother for your children. It's a good opportunity. Change your life, change your mind. And I always remind me myself and be positive. Your children is beautiful. So still kind of my traumatized and behavior and bad memories is still kind of covered in my positivity. Anyway, so I didn't get the I think about the parenting something and anyway, when I was 20s and I still kind of I didn't figure out my identity. What do I want? I really don't know about this actually. So I really living in the U.S. I live in the U.S. I visiting Korea every years, and so some years I stay in the 6 months and back to the U.S. Sometimes I just kind of 2 months or 1 month. I just back and forth, and because I still love Korea so much, and I miss my friends and my even cousins and my grandma, and anyways, all kinds of stuff. So I can't settle down in the U.S. actually. So I just back and forth and so many times anyway. And one day in the summer, and I just visiting my parents and I stay in the U.S. My mom and go to work. My sister go to school. I just gotta enjoy about my daytime, and no one's home. So and I never forget. And after a couple of years later, we talk about this with my sister, and she got the hard time too. Anyway, one lady and I knocked the door, and so I thought, oh, who's coming home? And I just say, hey, who are you? And she say, can we talk? And anyways, I just came from Korea, so I was so tired. Time's difference in the 12 hours, at least 12 hours. At that time, I live in the DC. So Washington D.C. and the Korea is a 12 hours difference. So I'm kind of really tired, and I just not enough sleep. So I was kind of dreaming. So I asked them, but no one answering the door. But I don't know why I opened the door. But anyway, I just kind of I feel like the dreaming something. I opened the door, and the one my mom's age ladies came to my house. And she say, and do you know your mom has some friend? And I said, what does that mean, friend? And boyfriend. So what does that mean, boyfriend? And your mom dating my husband. So what? Because of my daddy and my mom, and they huge fight all the time. Every single day, never skip, and every single day they huge fight and they bad words in all the time. And all right, back to my childhood again. Even we went to the picnic. My daddy is a drove. My mom sit right next to him, and my sister and I just sit back sit, and they always are just talking each other. They huge fight all the time. And starts my daddy's turn on the engine to through the picnic area and the parking lot, and till that's even 1 hour and 2 hour 30 minutes and huge fight. So when we just eating quick, and it's still kind of even restaurant or picnic area, whatever, and the theme park, fight all the time. So when I turn in 14, I don't want to go picnic, or I don't want to go the restaurant with my parents anymore. So many times I say I don't want to go. I don't want to. I stay home. I'm not gonna go with you guys, and I kind of refuse like this. But one day I will. My mom asking me and the babysitting for my sister. So I say yes. Oh, that's great. I want to stay home. And she and I has planned and eat some ramen noodles and a simple lunch and the freedom from parents. And my mom and dad is the date night, and they go out. Seriously, I'm not a joke. And 5 minutes later, they back to home because they fought, arguing and crazy. So they just the slapping door so loud, and the yelling each other, and they just say, I swear to God, I'm not gonna go out with you anymore. They yelling each other. So my sister and we eye contact and the shake the head, and of course they they impossible, they can't, and they not, of course, even with us, without us, and it doesn't matter. They are so even teenagers. My sister and I, sometimes I just tell my parents too, go divorce. I'm okay for like that. I mean, you guys fight all the time. They curse each other and insult each other. Actually, divorce is a much healthy life for me, I guess. And I really stressful, and I can't focus about anything like this, and I'm kind of nervous because of when I be home, they fight all the time, and at the same time, and when I was here, and they think about some the immigrant to the U.S., so that they paperwork and stress about the finance and the job stuff, and they all kinds of stuff, and so stressful. So they are not really sweet talker to the children either, yeah. So anyway, okay. Back to the lady came to my house anyway. So that time I was 21 or 22, I guess, and I find out my mom's cheating my daddy. Yes, and she just tell me about the 3 or 4 hours, and so I just a shock, and she just crying, can you make your mom stop, something like that, and she just back and go, she leave anyway, and I just gotta still kind of living in the cloud and not wake up yet, but after she left, and I just gotta whoa, and I wake up and pop it out and something like this, kind of everything is kind of all burden, and my I think finally I kind of a little bit settled down and looking for my future, something like this. And when I figure out this is a hell. What the F this happening? And I super disappointing my mom and I think about my daddy too and my sister and how do I do. And the 21 is adult, but 21 still young. So how do I do figure out what's my next step to my life? And my mom and dad, they are successful and you know, in the good incomes, and they have two children, and they have several different houses. But what's going on here? And do you respect your parents? Maybe I don't want to lie, and I can't respect them. I respect for that they got the good job, the good income, and they have a good saving account, is they kind of financially the good. Yes, I respect for them, but if you think they are real adult, absolutely not. And I can't tell my children about my mom's did it to that happened. I can't describe. I can't honestly talk to my children about that happened either. It's still embarrassing, and I feel kind of naked. I feel naked. Even I didn't cheat on my husband, and I love my husband, but it's not my fault. But still kind of feel naked, and a 1,000 people are watching me, something like that. So when I describe this one, I'm super embarrassing. But I just talking to you guys because I'm 42, but 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago happening, but still hurtful and pain and traumatized. The mentally kind of feel illness to me. The very disgusting happened, and that really heartbroken. So I after she left anyway, and I called my mom, and after you work immediately home, we really need discussions about that. One lady came home, and she told me, and you fair the guy, and the guy is her husband. So anyway, and my mom came home anyway after work, and she called that guy, and she said, "You must tell him and leave my mom's alone." What the fuck is this? I'm sorry, I keep F word. I don't know if I'm learning this one in the YouTube, and probably YouTube, and give me yellow ticket, whatever, yellow sign, whatever. So warning, I don't know. How immature, So if I did it, okay, if I just really fall to the children, sorry, I make you heartbroken. I'm very embarrassing, and you heard that, and I'm shameful, and I'm very, very sorry, and something like that. She doesn't need to promise me about the breakup with him, or I'm not gonna cheat on your daddy anymore. She doesn't have to say, but she has to big apologize to me, and a big apologize for that situation, and make the situation, and that lady too. I will talk to her, and I will try and I will tell her, and I never come back to my house anymore. And if she come home, and you have to call the cops, something like that, or a security guard, whatever. I mean, that time I living in a very fancy apartment in DC, and they have a security guard or something. But I don't know how she going through, and something like that, because that day is weird day. Anyway, security guard. Anyway, ask the guest and where do you go? And they sometimes they call me first and you know, the but they didn't do that either. So, but she just immediately threw the take some elevator and she came through my house. So why I opened it is because I thought it's a janitor or some you know, house something in a security guard or something like that. So I thought it's some people working in a, you know, the building. So why I thought that they want to talk about that some the water or the heat, all kinds of stuff. And that time, and a couple house they linking the water, and then some house just got a roof is kind of damaging on it. So I heard about it. So I thought, is it that person? So I just really confused. So I opened the door immediately, and I told you I came home and from Korea just only a couple of days ago. So time is different. So kind of crazy tired, you know. Anyway, so my mom called him, and then my daughter wants to talk to you something, and but I was immature. I yelled at him too, and stop me and my mom, and then stop calling my mom, and what the heck is going on, you know? How it's my mom is not really adult at all. So she payment for my college semesters and helped me, and she just helped me my when I purchased car, even I just raising children, and then my mom helped me a lot of the baby stuff and the kids stuff, and the financial, she helped me a lot, but mentally so much going on and so disappointing like this. That memories are still kind of painful and heartbroken. Anyway, so what's happening? And I still didn't tell my daddy about that happened. And my daddy didn't know about it. But my mom and dad in a still kind of huge fight until, I mean, when I was a little, through the, even I married and even my children's born. And so they huge fought. So finally, in 5 6 years ago, they finally divorced. And my mom living with her boyfriend, and my dad, and he got the senior apartment. He living by himself. My daddy still didn't know my mom has a boyfriend, and still my daddy sometimes call me, oh, I miss your mom. And I mean, we are our personality is not matches. We are not a good chemistry, but you know, your mom living by herself and she's getting old. She got the knee surgery. She probably needs my help. So someday I will taking care of her. And I just listened to he told me over and over. I just sometimes I really shouted, and she has boyfriend, so don't worry about her, and just you taking care of yourself, you know. And if you want to go dating, and even my daddy says, like, yeah, we officially date the divorce, so I want to dating with somebody else, but I don't want to betray your mom. And so, daddy, you're such an idiot, and you really don't know. And yeah. So narcissistic person is so hard. How hard it is, you know, and the ruin somebody's life, you know. Anyway. My daddy isn't. I mean, I don't want to tell my daddy's victim. I'm victim, because my daddy, he's talk to the people, and he's one thing is a very temper tantrum, and anger issues, and sometimes he's mad, and he just cursing and then insert them in the kind of loser or idiots, and you know, not a joke type in the curse. He's really the ruin of somebody else's feeling seriously, and the kind of the break them all proud by themselves. And I several times after I got a bad grade, and my daddy saw it, and he say, Aries, don't be worse, Aries, go jump the rock, and he just kind of forcing me and go try a suicide, you know. It's because I'm very shameful and ruin the family name down. So my dad is not a good sweet talker, but my mom and so she got the really hard time. Okay, I can handle this, guys, and I don't want to divorce because it's shameful and the people how judging my I am. I'm really afraid about it. Excuse me. So I want to cheat on my husband. So they kind of terrible. But if you want to do messed up stuff, don't show the children. You if you do just mess your life, just hide and hidden perfectly. If you're not that smart enough, and don't do that. But they did it, and my sister and I 100% we caught it. We caught it. So my sister's much smarter than me, so she just find the right guy in the date. Do that. But I married the first guy, and complete mistake, and exactly same type person. I met the exactly same type person like my parent. So I swear to God, and when I was a little, even teenager, I love new kids on the block. So I just say, oh, I want to marry the white guy because better than Korean man, maybe because of Korean. I don't want to involve the Korean anymore, something like that, because I watching my parents fought all the time. But I met a white, exactly, in a narcissistic guy. So next time I just tell about this in my ex-husband's story too, and it's I kept bring my parents' life too. So we'll see. And thank you so much. You listened to my story, and I hope you guys' life is much better than mine. And I'm not bad. I met the new. I mean, right now my husband. Right now my husband is much better than in my ex, and I have a happy life. But still, I just struggling when I got the traumatized and bad memories back. So I'm still kind of thought about that, and yeah. So all right, we'll be right back, and I'll talk about this later. And thanks for watching this, and like button and subscribe for me, please. Thanks.